Hi everybody, this is Dave Faceash, and in this quick little video, I'm going to show you an easy way to set up assignments on Edsby. It's easier for the students to submit, and it's easier for you to grade. You can do this so that you don't have to have students send you their work via Canvas, or I'm sorry, via the message center in Edsby. This way, you don't have to open up a million student photos to grade their work. All right, so I'm actually making this recording using an easy free tool called Screencast-O-Matic. I've already used it to record some short little lecture video presentations. All right, so let's go to Edsby. So here we are in Edsby in my homepage, and over here on folders, you can go to your folder section. And in our folder section, we can create what are called question sheets, and we can use these question sheets to make assessments on Edsby. All right, so what we're going to want to do is click on New and make the question sheet. And I'm going to make this question sheet using a website. Um, we're studying like things like planets and dwarf planets in my Earth science class. So here's a website about dwarf planets. And one thing you can do is uh, you can make questions from websites. You can have students go to websites and read through them and answer questions, or you could ask, questions from your textbook, or you can just send them, you can send them a file, a reading file or something like that. All right, so I'm going to show you now how to make questions using the question sheet. So we open the question sheet, and I'm going to title it uh, Dwarf Planets Assignment. Okay. And you can give them the standards and stuff like that if you want to get fancy. Always make sure to click feedback. That way you can give students some feedback. All right, so the questions that we can give students are true, false, multiple choice, choose all that apply, short answer, paragraph, Likert scale, drag and drop. For me, I tend to use true, false, multiple choice, short answer, and paragraph. All right, so here's a multiple choice question. So if we go back to our dwarf planet website, in the first sentence, it says dwarf planets are round in shape and orbit the sun, just like the 8 major planets. So we can use that information to write a couple of questions. So here's one. What is the shape of dwarf planets? And this is going to be a multiple choice one. And we can put square, oval, spherical. I'm sorry, spherical. No, it said round, so we'll just actually put round instead. Round, that's the correct answer. Got to click on that to make it the correct answer. Rectangular. All right, so that's our first question, and I just made that one a multiple choice question. All right, then we want to click new question. Just got to be careful though, when you click a new question, it pops up down here, so you have to scroll down. It's a little bit of a hassle to do every time. So this one we'll do a short answer, and we'll put dwarf planets orbit the, and obviously this is fill in the blank, so we'll put sun, and we'll just also put sun, or the first one's capitalized, or you could put sun. You never know how students are going to answer. You could always put here too, make sure you write your one-word answer in all lowercase. That gives them a little clarification. All right. And then we'll do new question. Got to scroll down for that new question. So, um, but unlike planets, dwarf planets are not able to clear their orbital path. So we can do like a true false question. Um, dwarf planets cannot clear their orbital path, and we'll put true. And we can put a new question. This one would be short answer. Now, for short answer questions, you have to go in and actually grade this. I'm sorry. Um, I meant paragraph. These are paragraph questions. Okay, with paragraph questions, these are short, these are, not one or two word answers. They could be a sentence or a couple of sentences. And I'll try to come up with one. Um, you could do it, you could do, based on this text right here, you could have a question such as, um, compare and contrast dwarf planets to regular planets. How are they similar and how are they different? Okay, this is one where you actually have to go in and grade yourself. Okay, you can't put the answer in, but when you're grading it, you can give feedback to the students. All right, so I'm done. I'm just making this short and sweet. So when you're done, when you're ready to close it out, just return back to the folder, and here it is right here. Is this actually I made two. Let me just double check that this is the right one before I delete this other one. Yeah, because I had made one earlier, but I made a boo-boo on it. All right, so I'm gonna delete that one. All right. Okay, so we have our test sheet ready to go. And another cool thing I forgot to mention, you can always preview it as a student if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to go to my home page and I'm going to go to my Earth Space Science class. All right, so now I'm going to make the assessment for the students to do their assignment. So create the assessment. Okay, we will call this Dwarf Planets Assignment. And I'm going to make it do, maybe that'll be their work. Maybe that might be their assignment for next Monday. And always, don't forget to put, at the end of the day that it's due. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna click online test, and then you're gonna choose the question sheet. So we'll do the dwarf planets assignment. All right. Time limit, you can put a time limit if you want. I put unlimited. And then you can change the type of assignment. You can do assignment, homework, whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. You can make it contribute to the average. You can make it a formative if you want, and all that. Okay. So for the instructions, since we're going to be using that separate website, we can put in um, go to this website. Let me just copy paste it and answer the questions as you read through this website. Okay, and then what's cool is you can actually put a link to that, the website. Okay, but if you like, let's say you want them to read something, if you have a file that you want them to read, you can just upload it right here. Okay. All right, and then of course you just, you can cross post it. I've got 3 earth science classes, so I can cross post it there. All right, and save it. Okay, and this assignment is going to show up in the class feed. Okay, so here it is shown up in the class feed. All right, all right, now let me just show you another thing I've done with the assignment. So I've actually made for this week, I've made a number of assignments for my students to do. So like right here, here's the Big Bang Theory study guide assignment. All right, so one thing I've actually done is I create the assignments using my Google Drive. So let me just kind of open it up to show you. This is an assignment I actually had from previous years. And so what the kids can do is like I've made the assignment, I've made the questions in a separate text document, and it's very important. You always want to save anything you want the students to open. PDF is the best thing to do. You don't want to do it in Microsoft Word or anything. You want to make the stuff friendly for online devices. So I always try to use PDF, okay? So I actually have the questions here. So they can open the study guide, they can download it, and they can work offline. And then they can go back in and answer the questions in the assessment. Okay, so that's just another thing that you can consider doing if you want to, really get advanced. Okay. All right, so how do you grade these assessments? Well, they're going to show up in your grade book. If you put a due date, they're going to show up in your grade book. And I can't, because of privacy issues, I can't show you my grade book. But when you open your grade book, the assessment will appear in the grade book. And when students submit the assignment, there'll be a little icon that shows up, and you just click on it, and it'll open and you can go through and grade it. Now, the cool thing about using these question sheets, if it's a true, false, short answer, or multiple choice, it grades itself, okay? Because remember, you want to work smarter, not harder during this online learning time. Trust me, folks, I've been doing online teaching for a number of years at various community colleges. Anything you can do to streamline your work to make it easier on you, by all means, do it. And this is an easy way, okay? So if you want to set up like multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank questions, um, go for it. You can always do a mix. You can have some like paragraph type questions where you go in and you can read what the students write and give them more advanced feedback. All right, so I hope this little presentation was informative. I hope you guys are all doing well during this during this coronavirus and all this online teaching. And if you have any questions, just send me an email, David Faceash, in ideas. All right, have a great day, everybody. Take care.